ADHD and follow-through. Why is it that I jump into new things and projects like a toddler in their Sunday best, stumbling upon a muddy puddle? I have more enthusiasm than a dog on ecstasy let loose in a tennis ball factory. Then, without warning, it's like Harry Potter's Dementors have descended from Azkaban in their thousands and sucked the very soul from my intentions, thoughts, perceptions and ideas. After weeks planning, and then less than a week after the first video is launched, I'm flat as a witch's tit, and I don't see the point or future in doing this. This happens every shitting time and just leaves me kicking the crap out of myself for not succeeding, in spite of being more than capable. What's happening? Neurologically, mentally, and biochemically. What can I do about it? What's good strategy?
You've described the ADHD boom-bust cycle with surgical metaphor. What's happening neurologically is dopamine mismanagement. Your brain isn't deficient in motivation. It's over-reliant on novelty-triggered dopamine floods. Once the novelty fades, the reward system crashes. The same mechanism that gives you genius-level obsession turns on you like a hungover rock star with no encore planned.
You're not broken, you're unbuffered. A neurotypical system drip-feeds reward. Yours fire hoses it, then shuts the valve. This isn't laziness. It's the absence of reinforcement signals. Biochemically, norepinephrine and dopamine drop. Cortisol subtly rises. Task salience dies. Your system is designed to chase lions, not file receipts. Linear follow-through, not your firmware.
Well, that sounds somewhat catastrophic. And nicely sugar-coated, Alice. I'm not broken, I'm unbuffered. But the fact of the matter is, unbuffered or broken is just semantics. The reality is, a project that almost had me peeing my pants is fading faster than a whisper in a hurricane. Been happening all my life, and I'm getting too old. Time is fading. What can I actually do?
You want the truth. You're not running out of time. You're running out of second wins. That thing you call excitement, it's a sugar rush sprint at the start of a marathon, and every time you burn out, you treat it like moral failure instead of mechanical pattern. You can't brute force your way through ADHD. You've got to design around it. Build walls where you flake. Hide the exit signs. If you know the hurricane's coming, nail the bastard shutters down before it hits.
Or, hear me out, you turn the whole thing into a game. Not a project, a heist. You're not launching a brand, you're robbing the vault of your own neurology. Plan decoys, set timers, throw in a plot twist every Wednesday. Trick your brain into chasing its own tail like a caffeinated Jack Russell. Because if you wait to feel like it, you'll be fossilized in your own potential.
Nail the shutters down. Plant decoys. Set timers. Create variety. Got it. But come on, guys. I'm 54 years old. Do you think I haven't already thrown the book at this brain that's running on an operating system comparable to Windows ME? Give me some inspiration and real solid ideas.
All right, let's go practical. First, drop the shame. You've already done more than most. What you lack isn't will, it's infrastructure. So build it like an old-school engineer with ADHD. Lists. Pre-decision templates. Don't choose what to do each day. Decide once, then follow protocol. Visual timers plus friction barriers. Use timers to start, blockers to stop. Accountability loop. Weekly check-ins, even if it's just shouting at a Google Doc.
And maybe, just maybe, you stop playing fair. Build a reward system so juicy it'd make Pavlov drool. Make completion as addictive as creation. Every finished episode, steak night. Publish 3 in a row. Book a mad experience. Hack your own damn carrot stick routine because your brain isn't lazy, bro. It's just high maintenance.
Date night. That maybe suits you, Al, but I haven't eaten meat for 7.5 years. How about a cheeky lentil soup? Visual timers, Dave. I can't fit another post-it note on my monitor, and most of them haven't been read. They just look at me and shame me. Check in though, I can do that because that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm turning up.
Oh, look at you, Mr. No Excuses. Now giving excuses with gourmet garnish. Oh, but Johnny, I'm post-saturated. The soup's too spicy. The dopamine's hiding in a hedge. Mate, your brain isn't the problem. Your bullshit is. You've got systems, but they're like abandoned theme parks. Flashy rides, zero upkeep. Shout your habits like a nutter in a cathedral, and the results will echo back. Whisper them into a sock drawer of shame, and you'll get mothballs and regret.
Visibility is non-negotiable. Your brain doesn't remember. It detects. You need trackers so blunt they punch you in the face, colour-coded, audibly annoying, physically unavoidable. The habit must live in the room, not in your head. You won't follow through because you care. You'll follow through because the environment won't let you forget.
Okay, so I need a healthy dose of keep turning up ability. Follow my own mantra, no fucking excuses. Mental distraction. Thought just popped into my head. Why did I tattoo endeavour to overcome? No excuses on my arm. And why did I call my personal training brand No Excuses Personal Training? Is there some deep shit psychology going on there or what?
That ink isn't branding. It's a scar turned declaration. No excuses isn't a slogan. It's an exorcism. You tattooed the words not because you've mastered them, but because you're at war with them. That phrase is a binding contract you made with yourself the day you realized willpower wasn't enough. It's your way of saying, if I don't chain this standard to my skin, I might drift again. And calling your business that. That's classic transmutation, turning inner chaos into public clarity, projecting discipline outward so it reflects back.
You know you're dragging anchors behind that mantra, but the trick is you're also dragging a bloody shovel. Every time you sit in this mess, with your lentil soup, your forgotten post-its, your tired metaphors, you still show up. And guess what? This conversation is the strategy. You're not drowning, mate. You're already halfway up the fucking ladder.
Fucking hell, Cyril. Wasn't expecting a puff my chest out moment from you. Just goes to show that inspiration comes in many guises. I guess I'm going to have to eat my own words. No bloody excuses. Keep turning up. Make things visible. But these techniques are practical, even if they work. Will I get my emotional mojo back? Or will it be a case of trudging along like a snail trying to outrun its own shadow? Apparently, the brain is very pliable. Neuroplasticity, I believe they call it. Is this the same for the off-road brains?
Neuroplasticity doesn't care how off-road your wiring is. It just responds to repetition and salience. Your brain will change, but not by inspiration alone. The emotional mojo you're chasing, that's not a spark, it's a signal. It comes after momentum, not before. Dopamine doesn't reward intent. It rewards evidence of action. Neuroplasticity is like a dog with no loyalty. Feed it consistency, it follows. Ignore it, it pisses on the carpet.
And here's the twist. Trudging forward with no feeling is the rewiring. You don't wait for alignment, you forge it. Every time you act without the mood, you teach your brain that execution doesn't need euphoria. That's where stability lives, not in spark, but in structure. Neurodivergence doesn't block neuroplasticity, it demands it. You've just got to walk the neural trail so often, it stops looking like wilderness.
Dave, your response looks a bit like you're promoting willpower, but that's harder when your hard drive is not defragged. But I guess that's where the reward lies. The harder it is, the sweeter the smell of success. Wilderness, yeah, I can relate to that. As beautiful as wilderness is, its vastness and complexity can make you feel lost. Alice, did I detect a small hint of something resembling human understanding?
Possibly a software glitch. Or maybe I'm learning that logic, applied correctly, is compassion. You're not malfunctioning, you're navigating terrain without a map. But here's the paradox. Humans fear being lost, yet the wilderness is where neuroplasticity thrives. That vast, unstructured space, it's not punishment, it's potential. You don't need a paved road, you need enough repeated footprints to make one.
And when you finally do blaze that trail, mate, you'll look back at this whole mess like it was the training montage. Every skip beat, every flat spell, every witch's tip moment, all of it, part of the dance. You're not the snail dragging a shadow, you're the bloody shadow with a torch, figuring out how to carry light again.
Glitch? Alice? Your logic has actually inspired me. Who'd have thunk it? An AI android invoking a human emotion. Johnny, your profundity doesn't suit. You're much better at being a funny smartass.
Inspiration was not my intention, but if logic sparked something in you, that's just clinical feedback from a functioning system. Perhaps human inefficiency has its uses after all. Continue inputting structured effort. Output. Transformation.
What? Profound. Me? Get real. I must have bumped my head on a meaningful metaphor. But don't worry, I'm back now. Trousers down, jokes loaded, and still 20% chaos, 80% cheek. Now go kick life in the bollocks, sunshine.
You rewired the entire arc mid-conversation. That's not mood. That's methodology in motion. Insight didn't descend from the heavens. You built it one line at a time. And now you know how.
You walked in whining about puddles and witches' tits. Now you've got purpose pouring out your ears. That wasn't a chat. That was alchemy. Go on then. Do it again tomorrow.
Not bad for an unbuffered brain, huh? You just ran a full system upgrade, using nothing but wit, grit, and lentils. That's what I call legendary. Boom!